when we talk about business and you talk about people who have a lot to say, my gosh, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Adam Cole, the Elite, as Adam Cole said, the greatest faction in all of wrestling history.
Yep.
Hey, man, he said it. And it's hard to argue with the talent that's in this group. SPD, when we look at this segment, I know that Adam Cole is kind of a new face for you. I mean, you know, the background that as Bonds and I have with Adam Cole, baby, goes a little deeper. What do you think when you see a guy like this getting inserted into really the best faction in AEW?
I mean, he is definitely over for sure. And the little that I know about him, you know, obviously I love his in-ring stuff that he's doing. And I will be seeing him in his Dynamite debut because I will be in New Jersey next week at Dynamite representing Dynamite Download solo, but I will be there for sure. So I'm anxious for that. But, you know, to have him kind of have the spotlight, I think was really great because I think, you know, being the bully and calling Tony a nerd nonstop, you have to focus. I mean, we saw the debut and it kind of got overshadowed a little bit by Bryan Danielson. So this way we can see who Adam Cole is. We can show the fans who he is or show the new fans who he is. And so he was booked great in this segment, being the main focus of it all. And then, of course, then we saw the next big pop, Bryan Danielson for sure.
Yeah, man. We got to see a lot of star power tonight, guys. This last half hour or so of the show was just star-studded. And I think it's pretty cool that Adam Cole's with his friends. He's with his brothers in arms. It could have gone either way if you guys follow the Bullet Club story at all. Like, it could have gone either way, which makes it so awesome that he's part of it because we were getting kind of getting some stale vibes from the Elite at certain times during this. And when you insert a jolt of energy like Adam Cole, who's a great, respected in-ring talent and also can cut great promos like we saw tonight, you're making that already elite stable even more elite. And then you get to see the SPD special, Bryan Danielson.
That's right.
Which was just inserting him into this with Kenny Omega. We get to see a guy who's widely respected as the best wrestler in the world against Kenny Omega, who just won the award, PWI award for the best wrestler in the world.
Yeah,
that's right.
Congrats. Well deserved.
And if this is Danielson's first singles match, man, what an opening your Dynamite career, your AEW career. He's going against the belt collector, the man who's been carrying AEW through 2021, Kenny Omega. I just can't wait for that when we're going to get it.
I think we need to – those are two big topics to talk about on Friday after we talk about Rampages. You know, what and we doing with Hangman? Where is he? How do you see him returning? And then Bryan Danielson's in-ring first match, and how would you book it?
Well, yeah, I mean, let's jump really quick for me. You know, at All Out, I sat there and I looked at SPD at one point during the main event between Kenny Omega and Christian Cage, and I was just like, dude, I know that this is kind of like a duh kind of statement. So, but I was like, man, Kenny Omega is like quickly becoming one of my favorite wrestlers. And I think that needs to be said. I mean, debuting Bryan Danielson against Kenny Omega, to me, I know that I know, like, again, that you're shooting your shot, right? Like, you're going all in. It doesn't get like a bigger matchup than Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson. It doesn't get bigger than Kenny Omega in the world of wrestling at this point, right? It doesn't. He's cemented as the top guy, and AEW, he is certainly the top guy. And I get it. Like, that's maybe a match that you would love to stretch out, but I think you strike while the iron's hot right now. Kenny is on fire. He's like, and although he's listed as the top guy wrestler in the world, we've talked about it. It does feel like there are chinks in the armor of the Elite. We saw the Bucks lose their belts at All Out. This is a great time to go all in and have Bryan Danielson challenge Kenny Omega. I love the pairing. I think that their in-ring work would be absolutely insane. Bonds, I know that you've told me when I said that, you were like, dude, Kenny Omega's V trigger is a thing of beauty. It's a beautiful blend of just pure, like, it looks like it's gonna bust someone's jaw every time he hits it. He hits it with a violence and a speed, but also a grace that is not very common in wrestling. You compare that with the guy like Daniel Bryan, who is just full go. Every time he's in the ring, he's had to be held back by doctors because of his in-ring style. These two are going to just gel together. I love it.
If these guys don't have a match of the year candidate in their match, I'm going to be shocked. That's how good both of these guys are just in general. If this is not a match of the year candidate, I will be shocked from all of us. This is going to be top-notch, just fantastic. And thank you again, Tony Khan, for delivering on the internet promises or the internet rumors that we keep getting.